Okay, well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy, the first Move Easy class of 2024. Today is January 2nd, 2024, or whenever you're watching this YouTube video. So, for props today, we need our chair for our static rest and just one thick block. So very simple on props. Our focus is going to be on hips, torso, core, and back. So pretty much that area. We're going to start in our usual manner in static rest. 7-minute static rest. So your legs are on a chair or a couch or a table. They can also be up a wall if you choose, or they can be on something else. If you don't want your legs up, you can have your feet flat and your knees bent, whichever way actually is comfortable for you. But in this position, your lower back is in traction, and it's actually helps your whole nervous system relax in this position. So we are going to be here for 7 minutes. I'm going to actually, before we continue, I'm going to turn my light on because I noticed it's a little dark. It's much better. All right, back in position. Here we go now. Okay, so while we're here, we breathe normally. Your arms are in whatever position works for you. Cactus arms, T arms, arms at your side. You want to bring your awareness and yourself into your yoga space. And like I said, just breathe normally. Okay, time's up. Stay where you are. If you choose, you can curl your tongue under the roof of your mouth. And let's roll our head to the right and left about 6 times, very slowly. Cervical rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. The next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. Your head is forward, your eyes are forward. The only thing you're going to move are your eyes. So you start by looking to the right. We're trying to activate the vagus nerve that goes down the side of our skull. And when you look to the right, wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Oh, all I have to do is think about it and I yawn. And then once you've done that, again, your head is straight forward, just your eyes move to the left. Wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Now go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing at your own pace. I'll go ahead and finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can keep whatever support you have under your head if you choose, or you can put a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball if you have it under your head. What we're going to do now is we're going to do an exercise that reverses text neck. If you're like me, I'm always looking down at my device, at my phone, at my iPad, and our necks are bent the wrong way. So we want to reverse that. So the occipital ridge, the bony part of your neck between your ears, runs along your scalp line. You want to move that part away from your body. So whatever you have behind your head, I like the sponge ball because it gives me more give. Anyway, you want to press that part of your neck away from your body. If you're lying down, you press it to the floor. You can also do this sitting up. I do this sometimes when I'm driving, sitting at a stoplight, when I remember. So we're going to press and hold and then release about 3 or 4 times. So press, hold, your chin follows, but it's the back of the neck that initiates the movement. And release. And press, hold, and release. And excuse me, this may also activate the vagus nerve. It makes me yawn when I do this, so I'm activating my vagus nerve at the same time. Press, hold, and release. We'll do it 2 more times. Press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. All right. Okay, so the breathing exercise we're going to do today is my favorite. It's square breathing. So it's the count of 4. Now, square breathing is you inhale for 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. So let's go ahead and do that. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. All right. You know, the purpose of all these warm-ups is to get the body, the nervous system ready for movement. So I find doing these on a daily basis, whether I'm going to do yoga or not, just these types of things kind of wake me up and get me ready for just the day. So the next thing we're doing is vacuum. Now you can leave your legs on the chair or couch or table or whatever you've got, or you can move away from the table or chair, or move it, in my case, move it away from you. So the position, the shape you take is up to you. It's whatever works for you. You can have knees bent and feet flat. You can have legs extended. That's my preference. But it's whatever works for you. We're working on our pelvic floor here. What we're going to do is take a normal breath and then exhale everything out of our lungs. And at the same time, press your lower back to the floor so it's as flat as possible. Press your belly button down towards the floor. You're creating a vacuum in your pelvic floor area. We'll hold it for the count of 10 and then release. We'll do this about 3 times. So take a normal inhale through your nose and then exhale everything through your nose and mouth. Excuse me, exhale everything, empty your lungs, hold it out, create that vacuum, press that lower back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to bring your breath back to normal. It takes a few breaths once you've done that. One more time. Take a normal inhale. Now exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. Press your lower back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Breathe in and bring your breath back. Take a couple of breaths. We'll do this one more time. I try to remember to do this every day because it seems to help me. Okay. Take a normal inhale. Now exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Hold it out. Create that vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Good job, guys. Okay. Now, since we're in this position, let's bring our feet up and flat on the floor, knees bent, feet maybe hip width apart. We're going to do some windshield wipers, warm up our hips a little. So let's start by just going slow and easy. Maybe come down maybe a third of the way. We're just waking up our hips. If you're like any part of me, it takes me a while to wake up. So just slow and easy, back and forth. Saying hello, hips. Time to wake up now. Slow and easy. If you're feeling good about it and it feels okay to you, you can go a little bit further. It's up to you. Everybody's different. So you don't need to go the full extent of your movement to get the benefit of it. You can work up to 60, 80% and get just as much benefit out of that as full extension. So I need to remind myself of that. Okay, now move your legs as wide as the mat. So wide leg windshield wipers. And let's start again, just maybe a third of the way down each way. Again, slow and easy. We don't want to pull anything. If you're feeling limber enough or loose enough, you can begin to make it more of an extension. You don't need to go, like I said, all the way to 100% of your reach. You get just as much benefit going 60, 70, 80%. So you don't need to go all the way down to the floor, even if you can. This works the hips and the hip flexors. You can do it with breath. Inhale, exhale to the side, inhale, knees up, exhale to the side, inhale, knees up, exhale to the side at your own pace. You don't need to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. Do what works for you. Okay, I think we've had enough of that. You can bring your knees back to hip width apart. We're going to do some bent knee and leg lifts, again, working on the hips. So very simple. You just keep the bend in your knee and lift your leg to tabletop. So your foreleg, your calf is parallel to the ceiling. Well, not my ceiling, but parallel to the sky. And then lift the other leg up, tabletop, and back down. My ceilings are slanted. And then leg up and down and up and down and up and down. Just keeping the same bend in your leg. You can go at your own pace. Don't have to follow me. If you're unable to do a full extension on your, keeping your thigh at right angle to your hip, you can just come halfway up, but it's whatever works for you. This is just a warm up. So one more, up and down and up and down. There we go. All right. So now come on up to sitting. Take your time. I need to move my mat. It's the joys of being in a small room. I keep running into stuff. We're going to do our regular warm-ups with the side bends and the lat stretch. And I need to set my timer, so just bear with me for 1 second here. 40 seconds. There it is. Okay. So start on the right. Slide your hand along the mat. The other arm comes up and over. Both your sits bones are still on the floor. Just lean as far as you can. When you feel that first pull, that's when you stop. Be aware of where you're feeling this. I'm feeling it all on my side. Now take that upper arm and lower it until it's parallel to the floor. Reach for that corner. You may feel a different stretch down your arm, under your arm, and down your back. It's your latissimus dorsi, swimmer's muscle. Now arm up, torso up. Good job. And the other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. I always feel like a ballerina in this position. Be aware of where you're feeling the stretch. Oh, yeah, it feels good. Now let's lower that upper arm till it's parallel and reach for the corner of the room there. Feel a different stretch. I like this one too. Oh, yes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay, arm up, torso up. All righty. Can switch your feet if you choose. We don't want to sit in one position too long. If I do that, my feet fall asleep. We're going to do the thoracic rotation. So left hand on right knee. Your right arm is behind you for support, spider fingers. Rotate your shoulders to the short end of your mat. Keep your head up. I'm always looking down. Keep your head up. Reminding myself. Now you have options here. You can move your head from right to left as we're stretching our back, or we can move our torso from right to left. Don't do both at once, just one at a time, or neither one. Just enjoy the stretch. And that's 40 seconds. Come on forward. We're going to do the other side now. So right hand on left knee. Left arm is behind you, spider fingers. Rotate your shoulders. You may find that I can move further on one side than I can the other. It's totally normal. Everybody's like that. Remember your options. I like doing this one. I can actually feel my back relaxing when I'm doing this. And there we go, 40 seconds. The third one in this triplet is the flat back hip hinge. So what we do is you want to keep your back straight, your shoulders back. We're going to go down to our knee, to our right knee, and then move across to our left knee, and then come up again. Now you're not going to go all the way down because your back is straight. So keep that in mind. We're not rounding our back in this spot. We're just going to go straight down and then across and then up and then down to the left and across and up. So we'll do that for, again, 40 seconds. It's a nice round number. Down to the right, across and up, down to the left, across and up. And if you'll notice, I'm not going all the way down, even though I could, because I'm keeping my back straight, my shoulders back. Down, across, and up. If it helps, you can put your hands behind your back. It'll help you keep your back straight. Oops, down to the left, across, and up. And just one more to the other way. Down to the right, across, and up. Down to the left, across, and up. All right. Good job. Now, we're going to be doing some sideline things. So you may want to get a thick brick or a pillow or a folded blanket for head support. So I'm starting on my right side. You can start on whichever side you choose. And shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees stacked, ankles stacked. We're going to start with leg lifts. Now your legs can be straight, both of them, or you can have your lower leg bent. If you have trouble with leg lifts, having the lower leg bent is easier. Having both legs straight is a little more difficult, so it's up to you. Or you can be right in the middle, have it sort of bent. And we're just going to go straight up and come back down. Again, not to our full extent. We don't want to engage the hip at this point. We're just moving the leg. So you may not come up very far. That's okay. We're just moving the leg. If we were to move our leg up all the way to the ceiling, at least in my case, I'd be engaging my hip and my waist. Just moving the leg. Doesn't come up very far. There's a lot of benefit here. So up and down. And up and down. I taught a class doing this once, and the gal kept coming up all the way with her leg, and it's like, okay, that kind of defeats the whole purpose, but whatever. Up and down. Okay, good. And now we're going to okay. I had to figure out what my notes were. Okay, now in this case, you may want to bend both legs. Take your top leg and extend it forward. You want it to be as close to 90 degrees from your torso as possible. And now that won't be possible without engaging your hip. So just do the best you can. And with your foot out like this, you want to point and flex and point and flex and then bend your knee and drop it back down. So the bent knee comes up The leg comes out, point and flex, point and flex. Knee bends again. You heard my knee pop there. It's okay. And then it comes back down. So if you have hip issues, you may have an issue with this. Don't go to your full extent. Just watch, listen to your body. So first the leg comes up with the knee bent. Then it extends. Then you point and flex and point and flex. Then it comes back. Then it comes down. We'll do it one more time. Leg up, extend, point, flex, point, flex, bend knee, come back down. If you're like me, you're feeling this in your hip. I am. Okay. Now we're going to straighten out the upper leg and move it back. And then forward and bend and put it back where it was. So we straighten it out. Move the foot back. We're trying not to engage the hip, so we're not going back very far. Forward, and then bring it back. So it's a very subtle move. Straight, back, forward, rest. Straight, back, forward, rest. Again, you're going to feel this in your hip. Straight, back, forward, rest. One more time. Straight, back, forward, rest. Okay. Good job. Now we're going to do the other side. You can just roll over if you want. I'm going to be facing you again. So, again, shoulders stacked, hips stacked, knees stacked, ankles stacked. We're going to start with leg lifts. Again, your lower leg can be bent or not. And you might find that you can move on one side better than the other. That's perfectly normal. So leg comes up. As soon as my hip starts to engage, I'm bringing it back down. Leg goes up. Bring it back down. Up and down. Up and down. And up and down. Now one more time. Up and down. Okay. And okay. So your legs are bent. Leg comes up. Foot moves forward. Point, flex, point, flex, bend knee, returns back. So leg comes up. Foot comes forward. Point, flex, point, flex, bend knee, comes back. I'm feeling it right on my hip right here. Leg comes up, foot comes forward, point, flex, point, flex, bent knee, leg comes back. Let's do that just one more time. Leg up, foot forward, point, flex, point, flex, bend knee, comes back. I think that's enough on that one. And now we're going to extend the leg. So straighten, extend back, come forward, leg down. Now your legs can also be perfectly straight if that works better for you. For me, it's easier to have one bent. So up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down, up, back, forward, down. One more. Up, back, forward, down. Okay. Good job. So now we're going to come up to a standing position. You'll want a wall. I need to arrange, so just bear with me for a minute. I want you to be able to see me. Okay. So we're going to do the back bend at the wall that we do for 40 seconds. We are standing with our back to a wall. A doorway works if you don't have a wall. And in this case, you know, your arms come up, arms up, palms on the wall. You want to make sure your elbows are as close to your head as possible. And if you'll notice, my chest is extended, but my hips are back. So we're staying in this position for 40 seconds. This is a bone building move. That's why we stay static. And there we go. Come on down. Good job. And now we're going to do the spine twist at the wall. So we're going to start on the right side, right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at our waist, palms up. And then we rotate towards the wall and put our palms on the wall. We're holding this for 40 seconds. This is also a bone building exercise. Any rotation like this is. I try to make sure my hands are equal to each other. Check out the manicure. And 10 more seconds. And here we go. All right. Now the other way. So left foot forward, right foot back. Elbows at your waist, palms up. Rotate and put your palms on the wall. So again, try to make them parallel. Now, when I'm doing this, I have this little thing taped to the wall. I have 4 pictures of women. One's Frida Kahlo, and it says, "Be strong when you are weak." One's Amelia Earhart. It says, "Be brave when you are scared." One's of Maya Angelou. It says, "Be humble when you are victorious." And one's of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It says, "Be badass every day." So I'm looking at that when I'm doing this. Okay, that's 40 seconds. There you go. Now also grab your block and put it maybe 6 inches from the wall. You want to hang onto the wall for balance. Put your foot on the block. And we're going to gently be swinging our leg. This is really good for the psoas, for the hip. So if you're ever walking or your hips start to hurt when you're walking, you can just grab a curb. I've done this. Stand on a curb, hold on to a tree or gate or something, and just gently swing your leg. This loosens it up. And that's 40 seconds. We're going to do the other one. My back's going to be to you. So foot on the brick. Hang onto the wall for support. This is not a balance exercise. And just gently swing your leg slowly and gently. Should feel it right in the hip flexor or not. You don't have to feel it, but that's what's working. And there we go. Okay. So back to the mat. If I need to move my computer, just bear with me. We're going to do our core exercises, which, you know, I know you love to do. So we're going to be on our back. And again, you'll want your block. So what we're going to do is a bridge support. So a bridge is when you lift your hips and hold it. But we're going to do this with support. So you take that block and put it underneath your hips. So they are supported. You're still doing a bridge. You're just supported doing this. And in this position, we're going to be lifting our legs like we did in the beginning, only in this position, we're working our core. So we're going to do this for 40 seconds. So first lift one leg and then the other. Slow and easy. Keeping the same bend in your knee. This is really good for the core. Now, the original exercise is to do this without the support, but I have found that I can focus more on what my legs are doing if my hips are supported. So there we go. 40 seconds. Good job. Okay, now you can take the brick away. Lift your hips, take the brick away. Now we're going to do a movement. Well, I call this tabletop movement. So our legs are tabletop and we extend them one at a time. And we're going to do this for 40 seconds. So legs are tabletop, extend them, don't touch the ground, just extend them one at a time. So you're working your abs, you're working your hips, you're working your legs. If you find that's too difficult, you can just extend from the mat. That'll work too. Okay. There we go. Now, one more, and then we'll go to Yoga Nidra. And that's everybody's favorite, hover. We're going to extend our legs out. We're going to lift them up about 3 or 4 inches and hover, just like that. And we're going to do this for 30 seconds. So hold on, I need to set my timer. I didn't have a 30-second one handy. There we go. Okay, so legs together, bring them up, maybe 6 inches, hover there. If you need to come down, that's fine, but come back up again. And we're just hovering. You may be feeling it right in here. That's where you're supposed to feel it. This is really good for the abs and the legs. Just stay up as long as you can. It's okay if you come down. All right, come on down. That wasn't so bad, was it? Okay. All right, go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Find a comfortable position, whether it's lying down or sitting. If you're lying down, you may want to cover your eyes. You may want to grab a blanket. Make sure you are comfortable and warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I'm going to guide you to move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, the center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, spiritual heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your arms out. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Say thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. And take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for supporting me. Straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees up and hold them to your chest and slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your back organs and your lower back. That always feels good. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera with your arm under your head for support. We're going to take our gratitude minute here. Take a minute. Think about what you're grateful for. I'm not really into New Year's resolutions. I'm into trying to be grateful every day for something and just try to be a little bit better than the day before. So just think about things you're grateful for. I'm grateful that you guys came today. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here moving by myself. I'm grateful that I can move. I know so many people my age that cannot. When you're ready, come on up to sitting. Might want to unmute yourself. Going to remove my spotlight. Hands to your heart. We didn't really work much on our shoulders, but let's do a press. See if we can feel our scapula. And then release. Again, I want to thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. So let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks, Leslie. You have a great day.
You too. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.